We are witnessing what has to be one of the strangest moments in South Park history right now, and I just need to unpack all of this. The TLDR, Paramount inadvertently leaked the next South Park special through YouTube advertisements. And the craziest part? The special was already supposed to be out. How did this happen? And what is this special even about? Luckily, I have some answers. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. And I don't mean some crazy Jordan Peele-esque brainwashing. I mean our sponsor, Fume. And they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for distressing while breaking your habit. Now, I'm big on mint chocolate chip ice cream, so you know I had to try the crisp mint flavor, their best seller. And let me tell you, it felt like I was straight up inhaling ice cream. It's full of flavor, way more than I expected, and it feels extremely fresh, like I just had a nice stick of gum. But they also have other amazing flavors like the refreshing sparkling grapefruit, and my new fix for when I'm craving a cream soda, orange vanilla. Not to mention the device itself is just extremely fun to fidget around with. I love how it feels. It's well weighted, which is satisfying as it feels perfectly balanced in my hand. And I mean, just look at it! The beautiful real wood, the unique shape, I kind of feel like a badass using it. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com/roundtable or scan the QR code and use code roundtable to get 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. The Fume Solano launched last November 6th. You can upgrade your Journey Pack to the Solano to enjoy the premium walnut barrel and onyx black coated mouthpiece that has a smoother finish, and still get 10% off. That's tryfum.com and use code ROUNDTABLE to save an additional 10% off on your order today. So here's the deal. Since 2021, South Park has been contracted with Paramount Plus to release 2 specials a year on their platform, with 2021 being the post-COVID specials and 2022 being the streaming wars. And then of course there's 2023. You see, last year when season 25 wrapped up in March, it only took us 3 months to get more content, with the streaming wars part 1 hitting June 1st, 2022. With the follow-up dropping the next month. But this year, season 26 wrapped up in March, and then there was absolute radio silence until joining the Panderverse, which released back in October. And unlike the previous 4 specials, this was completely standalone. So suddenly the remaining special for 2023 was shrouded in mystery. What was it gonna be about, and when was it gonna drop? Since the return of COVID and the Streaming Wars Part 2 dropped a month after the first installments, I assumed we were gonna get the special around Thanksgiving, maybe on Black Friday. But here's the thing. Specials always get announced 2 weeks ahead of time. So when November 10th came around and we still didn't have an announcement, I was a little perplexed. But then I thought, maybe they're dropping it December 1st. But then the next week rolled around and still no announcement. So now I'm thinking, maybe they're doing a Christmas special, and it'll drop on the 22nd. But as the days went on by, an announcement was nowhere in sight. And today, I was actually ready to make a video about how South Park was missing. They're contractually obligated to drop 2 specials a year, so when are we getting this? Because we're halfway through the month, and there still hasn't been any kind of announcement. And to make things even stranger, Greg Postma, a producer, lead storyboard artist, and designer on the show, posted that season 26 was a wrap on December 7th, implying the episode was done at the beginning of the month. So, what gives? Well, this is where things get wild. As earlier this afternoon, fans on the subreddit started linking to an ad for the next special, which is apparently titled South Park Not Suitable for Children, aka South Park After Hours. Now, what's weird isn't that they revealed this special through an ad, it's that the ad claims that the special is already streaming, as in, it was meant to release this week. We also have a synopsis for this special thanks to the description, which confirms something I was starting to suspect with these specials, but I'll dive into that in a bit. First, the synopsis. After it's discovered that a teacher at South Park Elementary has an OnlyFans page, Randy is compelled to take a closer look at the seedy underbelly of the world of online influencers. Well, it was a long time coming, but South Park is finally tackling OnlyFans, and I think I get why it's a Paramount special. While the recent seasons have still touched on internet culture, Kyle and Tolkien's TikTok and the ChatGPT episode for example, it really seems like they're using the Paramount Plus specials to go all in on their commentary. I think the logic is, if they're using a streaming service, then they're more than likely on the internet and thus familiar with online discourse, which enables them to touch on things like competing streaming services, the culture war, and now OnlyFans. And more so, I think they're tackling a recent story where it was discovered that 2 teachers at the same school had an OnlyFans. And that's definitely a situation where people go, oh, the South Park episode on this is gonna go crazy. Considering Randy is the only character that's really featured and talked about here, I could see this being a spiritual successor to overlogging, and we're gonna see Randy sink a lot of that Tegrity Farms profit into OnlyFans. But I really hope the kids aren't excluded entirely, because you would think with it being a teacher at the school having an OnlyFans, that they would explore how the kids react to it. But aside from all that, why are there ads saying that this special is streaming now, when it's nowhere to be found on Paramount? Well, the teasers for these specials never really use a ton of footage, and I imagine that's because they're cut before the episode is even finished. So there could be a chance that the team behind South Park just haven't finished the special for one reason or another. Maybe there's rewrites, maybe there's technical difficulties, and they just weren't able to get it done in time. Maybe it has something to do with a lawsuit between Paramount and Warner Discovery, centered around how Max was supposed to receive 10 episodes a year, but because of the Paramount specials, only 6 have been delivered. Though, as of last month, things seem to be in Paramount's favor, as the judge ruled that Paramount didn't violate any state consumer protection laws because the complaint revolved around a private contract dispute, and the judge concluded that Paramount didn't engage in what Warner Bros. Discovery called a campaign of verbal trickery. So I would imagine they were good on that end. Maybe it has something to do with the 2 actual teachers the episode might be based off of. Or again, there could just be production troubles. Either way, it's clear Paramount didn't pull the ads in time, and now at least 25,000 people have no idea why they're being advertised as special when it's nowhere to be found. Hopefully it releases soon. I don't know if they're just gonna drop it without much fanfare or anything, especially if the episode is done, but I'm very interested in seeing how this all unfolds. With that being said, these are just my thoughts, and I would love to hear yours. Why do you think this special hasn't dropped yet, and how do you feel about the premise? I always thought South Park was going to tackle OnlyFans sooner or later. My only concern is that Randy might take up all of the screen time, but it's Randy, so I know it's still going to make me laugh a ton. But yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and keep the conversation going over on Twitter and Instagram at AwestruckVox. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like, and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thanks for watching, I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll see you next time. Peace!